So I will be doing a lot of watering, unless it rains. Which, man, I hope it rains. But even if it does, I don't have my pickaxe, so what am I going to do? It will be a boring 2 more days. Yeah, you water that plant. Alright, so I'm really banking on these to be ready for harvest on the last day of the month. Last day of the season, rather. Because if not, I am screwed out of a lot of money. One last copper bar to make. Put this one away. Put my coal away. And let's see, organize. Because why not? And it's time to chop wood, I guess. Because that's what I can do for a couple days. I think that's this. Yeah, acorn, okay. I thought it might have been another tree. Not this again. You can't be like right up next to it, and you can't be too far back either. It's enough to drive you insane. Oh yeah. Here I am looking for my pickaxe. I'm tired. Definitely tired. So how about that President Obama? No. That's not a topic we're gonna get into. I was just kidding. This is not a politics channel, this is a gaming channel. You'll find no talks of politics here, unless they're politics that specifically relate to gaming. Which could be a thing someday. If it isn't already, I guess. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'll try to avoid that and hope that never happens. Video games have already been ruined enough as it is. Well, apparently, I'd missed the little thing and hit the tree. Serenade you. Serenade y'all. I spent some time in the South last year, down in North Carolina. I tried practicing my y'alls, but it just didn't ever, I never fit in. I didn't care though. One good thing is, and yeah, I know that there are probably some people out there, but I thought that calling things pop was a southern thing. I was pretty glad to know that it wasn't. I think pop is more of a mid and midwestern thing at this point. If you call it pop, I won't hate you, but yeah, it's not what it's called. Funny story though is, I got ridiculed about the way that I pronounced the mountain range that extends from my state down to Georgia that runs through North Carolina. I got questioned on how to pronounce it, and I was wrong, which, after doing some research, I didn't mind being wrong. It's just we didn't call it that growing up. Never heard it that way, but what we would call the Appalachian Mountains is pronounced apparently the Appalachian Mountains. Little knowledge of the day. And if you refuse to call it Appalachian, I mean, I don't blame you. Or if you hate me for calling it Appalachian, I don't blame you. Either way, no biggie. I wonder if there's some mountains in this game. Nope, just the backwoods and the mines. My game's gonna have mountains. Someday. Let's see. Let's get to sleep. Wake up. Maybe these will be ready. I think those are potatoes. Probably, because that's all I was planting. Oh, I forgot to give Kitty some love today. He's sleeping so cute. I got some more seeds to plant. Because of that, I will plant these. Hope that they all grow in time. Let's see. Probably have enough of these to make some more snack bars. Field snacks, whatever you want to call them. I'm calling them snack bars. And that's a day. I don't think I got any money today. I spent a lot though. And it is sunny, so it'll be a lot of watering. Oh, potatoes are done. Now I think I just have a lot of cauliflower. That one's not done. Okay, so you get watered. Really should have made some sprinklers, but I just love manually watering plants. So yeah, I do some hydroponic growing of my own. Grow some like lettuces, stuff like that, spinach. I've done kale. I enjoy it. I had a setup where I was using air pumps with air tubing to do an automatic drip system because I like automation. I like things being simplified. I like things being done and I don't have to worry about them being done. Like in this game, I can water my plants, and then I know that they've been watered for the day. It'd be like in real life, if I fill a tank of water and set my system to go, I know that it's going to water my plants for the day. I don't really have to check on it so much. The micromanaging throughout the day is what really starts to get at me. Like, I don't mind doing things and taking care of things, but when it's like persistently requiring your attention, that's when it gets a little upsetting. So one of the style of hydroponics that I enjoy at the moment, if I'm not doing a air setup with air tubing and all that jazz, I enjoy what's called, I believe, deep water culture, where you basically just let the roots suspend inside of your liquid nutrients. And then basically I fill up the containers when they get low on nutrients, liquid nutrients, and I don't have to really do it that often. Sometimes I water the top soil or cocoa core, whatever I'm using. I'll water that every once in a while to make sure the top roots aren't too dry. And yeah, it's pretty simple to set up, pretty easy to maintain, and things grow really well. I can use low wattage CFLs and get pretty good results out of leafy greens, and it's fun. It's also good for any kind of seed starting, so if you grow indoors for starting and then transfer outdoors in the warmer weather, it's really good for that as well. And we can chop some more wood today. Right now I have some spinach that's doing incredibly well, and it has been consuming a lot of nutrients. I've replaced the water in it. I've replaced the water in it probably like 3 times at least. Probably like once a week it goes through an entire 16 ounces of liquid nutrient, roughly. But the spinach is nice and dark green. I'll show you sometime. I'm not going to do it right now. Maybe another video. But yeah, I like spinach. That's the other thing too, is grow things that you enjoy eating. There's no point in wasting your effort and time on things that you don't like. That should be a given, but you know, some people grow just for the satisfaction of growing something. That's fine too, but at the end of the day, I like to indulge on the fruits of my labor. And no, it's not Stardew Valley that made me want to do gardening. But I will say that it's not even really Harvest Moon that wanted to make me start gardening. I played Harvest Moon as a kid, and I liked Harvest Moon, but it never made me want to go out and do these things. Most of my life, I thought I would be working in a cubicle/office as a programmer. Then I did some job shadowing and realized that that's really shitty. Excuse my language, I'll have to edit that one out. But yeah, if you're a programmer and you're happy, that's cool. I like hobby programming. Hobby programming is more for me. The idea of working in a cubicle or working on some project, it's just too much. I think it would take all the fun out of it. Just like anything else in life, whether you're an artist or whatever you are, as soon as you turn it into a position, an employed position under an employer, it's probably not going to be everything that you thought it was going to be. Regardless, I mean, I'm sure there are some really cool jobs out there where you're like, oh, well, my job's great, and you know, cool. That's cool. Yeah, I think you're one of the exceptions. But anyways, so yeah, the Harvest Moon games didn't get me into gardening, but it definitely made me appreciate some of the aspects of this lifestyle. And for whatever reason, I've just always liked the simulation aspect of what these games bring to the table. It felt like another world, like another thing that I hadn't really been part of. And also, the idea of large-scale farming is, once again, it's not something that I'm interested in at all. You take something that you enjoy doing and turn it into a profession,